I tried to spruce it up for you.
Thank you, God. Well, you look like you're in Hawaii.
I thought that was the vibe of the show, so I'll play along.
The Hawaiian theme. Greg said to say hi. Greg Glassman,
Oh,
remember him?
yeah, a little bit.
I was like, hey, he's like, what are you
Oh,
doing? He called me. He was like, oh, I'm just dropping my kids off at the airport. He goes, what are you doing? I go, I'm going to get ready to get on a podcast with Bryant Powers. He said, what? Tell him I said hi. He's cool. He said, I know. But it's coming on the show.
Definitely had a good time out here.
Bryant Powers, the owner of CrossFit Oahu. Do you have another gym, Bryant?
No. At one time, I owned 5 gyms, and then right before the pandemic, I actually ended up selling the other ones.
Oh, really? 4 of the 5?
I sold 3, and then one of them we closed down. We were going to sell it, but then the manager moved back to the mainland to take care of his mother. So, yeah.
Crazy 5 gyms. Oh, this is going to be good.
Oh, yeah, we can dig in. We've got all the info.
Let's go way back. So I think I first met you in 2009 at the affiliate gathering.
I think so. I think so. I was trying to remember it. It's one of those weird old ones like that for sure.
And it was me, you, Adrian Bosman, and Carrie Peterson, and
there's a guy Rudy for CrossFit Chicago.
Who was the other guy? There was a blonde-haired kid, yoked. You and him were both jacked. You guys couldn't keep your clothes on. We were the 5 of us played in the parking lot all night. Do you remember that?
Yeah. If anybody wants to look this up, if it's on Wikipedia, it was a game called Buck Buck.
Yeah, Buck.
Buck. That is the actual. I still don't believe it's a real game though.
Buck. I'm looking it up on YouTube. Buck.
Yeah, I think it was a simpler time when there was less social media. Otherwise, there'd be many videos.
Oh shit! This is the game. This is the. I only played Buck once in my life, and it was with you. We played this game.
Once might be enough.
Boy, this is really. My viewers always wonder if I'm gay. But I never really have come out. But here we go.
It's not helping. But
this is. For some reason, I felt like we played against a tree. Did we play against?
No, I was actually going to say that I've only. I mean, nobody might believe me, but I've only played Buck once, and the guy was adamant that the first person hugged the tree. But it's good to know it's still thriving. When is this video? Oh, this video is 11 years ago, so maybe they got to bring it back.
Yeah, Buck. We played Buck. I didn't even know you, and we played Buck.
No, I mean that's how you make lifelong friends. That's how
hours of Buck in the parking lot. I can't even believe I remember that. These people question my my faculties. Okay, Bryant, where were you born? Are you San Diego native?
No, I was born in Blue Hill, Maine.
Blue Hill, Maine.
Yeah.
And you grew up there in a quiet suburb?
On an island, Deer Isle, Maine, and a little bit in Bangor, Maine.
Wait, so you grew up on an island in the Atlantic?
Yeah, I mean it's not far off the Atlantic. There's a bridge, but yeah, now I'm all the way in Honolulu.
I'm seeing if I could find that. Oh my goodness. It's 48 degrees right now there and rainy.
Yeah, just talking to my mom.
Crazy. And what was life like there? Oh, you guys got a nice bridge there.
Yeah, that green one, right?
Yeah, that's really nice. And then what happened? How did you tell me the journey from Maine to Hawaii?
Please. Yeah, my mom went to college in Davis, California. Got there for a while, and didn't want to go to college, which I don't know if that's a good choice. So I walked into the Army recruiting office and joined the infantry. This is like 2001. After doing all the training, doing all that stuff.
Is that before or after 9/11?
I enlisted before. I did like what was called a delayed entry program. So I did that going into senior year. And I think 9/11 was senior year. And then by the time I graduated, that was like 2002 maybe. So the summer of them was when I left.
What a crazy time to get into the Army.
Yeah, no, definitely a crazy time. I mean,
it was like a beehive. It was a hustle and bustle, right? All the bees were hustling and bustling. Everyone was moving. A lot of moving pieces.
Definitely my basic training. A lot of people joined, obviously, because of 9/11. I mean, that was the thing for sure. Yeah, pretty wild time for sure, I would say.
Jonathan Ortega, hey, me too, but I went in as a medic. Small world.
I think he probably had more sense than me. Like, I literally had like very little like research. I was like, okay, this looks cool. They probably showed me the obstacle course video. I grew up doing like fun sports and stuff, so I was like, okay, this seems right.
Bryant, was your mom was going to school in Davis, and you were living there with her while she was going to school? Is that?
Yep. Yeah. I mean, going to high school, middle school, all that stuff.
Okay, she was going to college, and you were in middle school.
Yeah.
And then, so you sign up, and did you do your whole 4 years?
Yeah, I did like 5 in some, because back then they had a thing that was called a stop loss, which you couldn't get out if you did 4 years, like, or whatever your enlistment was. You'd stay in, and there's certain windows you could get out. So I ended up having to do like a little bit extra.
And did you find CrossFit while you were in the Army?
Yeah, I did. God, I wish I had the original post, but I was looking up something like 20 rep pull-up program, or just as fast as you are on the keyboard there. I love the internet, and I was looking that up and found, I don't know if it was the message board or something.
What computer were you on? What kind of computer do you remember?
It was probably like a gangster, like Macintosh, something weird.
Okay.
Not like an iMac, but
right.
Not a PC.
Not a PC. Okay, so you were already a Mac guy. Okay, good to know. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And I have a forum date of 2003 on the CrossFit board on the forum there. So
holy shit.
Yeah. And I didn't register right away because, of course, it seemed shady.
Of course. Atari laptop. Good guess, Sam. Good like that. No shit. So you're in the Army, and you Google. Was Google even around then? Or was it? It was like Ask Jeeves or some shit then, right? It was
Alta Vista.
Yeah. Okay, so pre-Google, and you search program for 20 pull-ups.
Yeah, something
20 strict pull-ups.
Something like that. Getting into that, and of course, back in the day, like I don't even know I think you can go if you go board.crossfit.com. There might not be a link to it, but that was the place. Like, a lot of people went and chatted, or like went against dragondoor.com for kettlebell stuff, and a lot of the people that end up becoming specialty cert coaches back in the day were just on the message board.
Greg lived on the message board, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. So you could consume all the content in the CrossFit ecosystem. You could consume in 2 hours, maybe an hour. But I mean, they had so much fun stuff on there. It was kind of like the Wild West of exploring all these things, and digging through all Olympic lifting and finding all those books, and then going in like slacklining, and they had how to build your own equipment. And there's a post on there with Bill from Rogue Fitness, founded Rogue Fitness, building his first pull-up bar in the backyard. Probably the first thing he built. If you go search his post, I'm sure it's on there.
Too bad Caleb's not here.
It's pretty crazy. So,
and there were some good fights on the message board too, right?
Yeah, there's some good ones for sure. I mean, just like now. I mean, I'm looking at this chat. This chat doesn't look too toxic yet. So
no, this chat's good, but we got a little hostility. We're a little fact checking here. Bryant, name one street you lived on in Davis. I doubt you spent more than 6 weeks there.
Oh, Fifth. Yeah, when I went there, there was only one high school, but I ended up having to go to independent study right there.
For fighting?
No, I just ditched a lot of classes, and GoldenEye was out on the 64, if you guys remember that. So
on the Commodore 64?
No, Nintendo 64.
Oh, GoldenEye, Nintendo 64.
It's a first-person shooter from back in the day when I should have been studying.
Oh my God, I've never even seen this game.
Really? I feel like of that era, that was, I wouldn't say the most popular one.
This is kind of crazy. This is a video from 2024.
Yeah, that's the one. So you can play.
I do remember that game. Wow. Hey, you didn't play with other people though. There was no right? It wasn't like through the internet. It's just computer guys. Like,
so showing my age here, there was 4. You would split the screen into 4, and you would have to play with 4 people on the same TV. like the same
okay.
CRT TV for that. And yeah, like somebody in chat said, who was the principal? And I was like, I have no clue. Like,
Jeez Louise.
my junior year, I had to put this out, but I had like a 0.65 GPA. I did not do very well. So,
Jeez.
yeah.
Yeah, look at this. Seema, this isn't really like her. Man, she's really
digging deep.
Yeah, wow. All right. Oh, look at this.
Tell her,
Says the man who's gay and gives Sevi the ringer. Wow, she's bringing up our buck game. Holy shit.
No,
He
I
didn't-
lived in
listen, we didn't tell you who was bent over. You don't know. What makes you think I was bent over and he was running at me with the buck?
It was an equal distribution.
Thank you. Thank you. We all took turns.
Oh. Well, tell her I lived in Solano Park and they ripped that bad boy down. So that's probably all the cred I need on that.
Was that neighborhood?
Yeah.
So thank you, Seema, for fact checking. Good quality stuff.
Yeah, no.
Okay. So you're in the Army and you're in there for 5 años, and bilingual audience. And then what happens? And then, no. Go back. So you're in there and you find the 20 pull-ups. Let's go back to when you're in the Army.
Yeah.
You find the 20 pull-up program. And what happens?
Find the 20 pull-ups.
Yeah.
At some point they or Greg Glassman put the PDF together of what is fitness, and what is CrossFit. And it just really clicked with me. I was like, I grew up doing wrestling. I was in the weight room for that type of stuff. So I did the crappy Olympic lifting. I did gymnastics growing up. I breakdanced all through high school. All that stuff, like unicycle. I liked all that weird stuff. So when I was like, oh, well, you can be well-rounded, you can do all this. I mean, that just clicked with me. I read that PDF. I was like, that's amazing. I liked learning new skills. So, I mean, at a certain point, once the CrossFit Journal came around, for people that weren't back in that time, they would email you a PDF once a month, I think on the 1st. And I just was excited. And if there was something in that PDF, whatever it was, I was going to try it that month. And kind of got hooked with it that. I mean, equipment was super sparse back then. Super sparse. So it was like doing the best you could to find any of the stuff. It was something harder, like a GHD or something like that. But
or even rings cost like $1,000 or something crazy, right? I mean, it was just nuts. You had to buy the whole gymnastic set or some shit.
FIG laminated rings, which are the real ones. So when I had to make rings originally,
those were my first ones too. Holy shit.
There was the Tyler Haas ones, which are metal. If we're all the old school people, if she's checking her things, and even before that, you take the PVC, the Schedule 40 PVC, put sand in it, duct tape the ends, heat it up in the oven, bend it around a paint can, let it dry, and then you can put a rope through that. And those are the homemade rings that I made.
I had those fiberglass ones. They were pretty sweet. They were expensive, but they were sweet. I took them everywhere with me. They were crazy. And eventually I left them outside too long. I think eventually they split. A lot of them did. They delaminated for sure. Yeah, fuck, I forgot about those rings. And now everyone's using wooden rings, right? Yeah, now they're like somebody made them and you can just get them, which nobody wanted them back in the day for sure. Yeah, all I have is wooden rings from Rogue. I wonder if those, God, where's Caleb when you need him? I wonder if they still sell those. What were those rings called? I want to see those. What'd you call them? FY something? Oh, those are I was talking about the super fancy gymnastic ones, but I think those ones are called Power. Oh man, it's Tyler HASS or HAA. Those were he made the metal ones though, right? Yeah, but I think after the metal ones, he made those ones. Oh, okay. Then maybe I got those. Tyler Haas. God, he probably got completely taken out by Rogue. Oh yeah. I'm glad I can be like the history bank of CrossFit stuff here. This is good. I didn't expect that. Hosh Project Baby Wooden Play Gym on Etsy. There's something. Yeah, I don't see those. You got to hit the internet Wayback Machine. Maybe fiber. Were they made of fiberglass? Fiberglass gymnastics rings? Is that? I'm not sure. I think they're plastic. But the problem with those ones compared to, they use like the tie down straps for trucks. So that little buckle would always be where your wrist is. So if you didn't have a good turnout, it would just annihilate you. Here? Yeah. Yeah, I was annihilated there. You're right. I was fucked up there. Eventually, I built a gnarly callus there, actually. that protected me. Hey, fuck, I can't even find plastic gymnastics rings. Crazy. Oh, polycarbonate. Oh yeah, that's not them. Okay. All right. So do you? And at the time, are other people in the Army doing CrossFit?
No, not at all. I think when I was in the barracks, I was the only person with a computer, and it was like MySpace level, so that was like a big draw. No, I wasn't allowed to bring chalk into base. So I had chalk for deadlifting at Schofield at the time at the main gym, which I forgot what it was called. They had one squat rack, which now they have like a whole Ninja Warrior course and all that stuff. So yeah, I mean, CrossFit had a big influence on all of that. I don't think there's any bumper plates in the base. Yeah, I don't think so.
So, and where's Schofield? Where was that? What state is
Oh,
that?
that's in Hawaii. Sorry, that's the main Army base in Hawaii. Schofield
Oh, and that's how you ended up in Hawaii? When you entered the Army, they sent you to Hawaii?
Yeah.
And did you get to choose to go there?
No. I finished airborne school, and then they went down. I mean, I don't know how they picked, but basically went down the line, and everybody went to like 82nd Airborne or something. And there's like 2 people that went to Hawaii, and I was like one of the 2 people.
And what is airborne school? You're basically a fighter that they drop from a plane, and then you land on the ground. You fight people.
Yeah, after the basic training in infantry school, and other people can go to it. I forget what it is, like 5 weeks. You got to jump out of the plane 5 or 6 times, and you get like a little badge, and then you can stay in units that allow you to do airborne jumps and stuff like that.
Okay, and then so you go to Hawaii and you live out your remaining days in the Army in Hawaii. And are you continue to do CrossFit pretty religiously? Do you do .com 3 on 1 off?
Yeah, for the most part, I had to do unit PT, but I would do second, which is physical training. But at a certain point, if you scored high enough, you could kind of do certain days by yourself. So I'd always do that. And then when I was going to get out, but I had to stay in, they actually put me in charge of the gym. So for like the last like 8 months, I didn't wear a uniform or anything. And I was just in charge of the gym, like basically personal training people, indo boarding, doing CrossFit. And that's when I started. I met another guy, Craig Cates, who's great. He was a SEAL at SDV1, which is the SEAL team. And he lived very close. We'd work out in our garage together. We started training people in the park. So we had like a C2. We'd like roll that down the hill, bring homemade equipment, like slam balls that were like a basketball filled with sand, all that stuff.
Super common back then. I forgot about the basketballs filled with sand. They were everywhere.
Yeah.
Good. I was hoping you'd say yeah. Okay. And so then you do that, and then when you're done with the Army, what happens? Like, is it like prison? They open the door and you just walk out, and you're like, "Fuck, what do I do?"
Yeah, I mean, kind of actually. I mean, I
They give you your clothes back that you came there with?
Yeah, that would have been like I don't know what kind of t-shirt it would have been back then. It would have been like a Blink-182 t-shirt or something. But yeah, no, got out. God, I always tell this story because I think people ask like a business, like, how do you do well in business? And I was like, I didn't have a plan. Like literally my plan was to go on unemployment with my roommates. And I bought a hot tub off Craigslist. And at a certain point that was going to run out, and I'd been training people in the park. So that's when I was like, oh man, I gotta put this stuff.
Were you training them for free?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. Maybe for like donation. I know I got some Jamba Juice.
Yeah, shit like that.
So yeah, at that point, Craig helped me, and his wife Gretchen helped me open the because I don't know what I was like 23 then or something. Open the first gym, CrossFit Oahu. Yeah. So we opened that, and that's when I got the job of being an affiliate owner.
What year was that?
2000. I'd like to say 7. I think it's wrong. They have the date wrong on our map thing. I tried to get them to fix it, but we were doing it in the park for a long time. Because when I started, there wasn't affiliates, obviously, and they created the affiliate program. And had I got out, I would have wanted to open a gym. Like we would have been like way up there in the top 10. But we were like, I think we're like 40 something. So
when you open your gym, you were like 40 something,
like the 40th in the world. But I remember if I'd got out earlier, we would have been like the 10th or something, way up there.
Do you know what gym you are now?
Oh, with the ones that have not The
closed.
affiliated?
Yeah, or shuttered their doors.
I don't think they have a list like that. So if you used to go to the old website, they used to just put them in order, and they never
Yeah.
thought there was gonna be a lot, so it just kept going to the
Yeah.
bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, so you might have the oldest gym in the world.
No, there's gotta be. I think CrossFit East, which is now CrossFit Jacksonville, if it's the same owners,
Who was that? Was that some guy named TJ? Was that a black dude named TJ?
yeah, probably.
Was he a cop? Because Greg always talks about this one dude, for this one
Yeah.
friend of his. Is that
Yeah,
who
and
it
I
was?
mean, a lot of people on the East Coast I never met as much. Brett Marshall probably owns CrossFit God, I'm gonna butcher it. He came in like first or second in the first games. He
Right.
owns one up there. Yeah, there's definitely people still around before us, for sure.
Because I think Curtis Bowler was sitting in the
Yeah.
number 1 spot, and I don't know if he has his gym anymore.
Yeah.
God, you must be up there.
He's on
Is the gym the only thing you do? Is that your full-time gig?
Yeah. Pretty rare.
Yeah. Was I at that location? Was that it's a huge location. It's 2 stories, I think. Like, you can kind
Yeah,
of walk up on the top. There's some stuff you can, like, walk and look over the edge and see into the big common
and
area.
we've continued to make it better. If anybody in chat wants to go to our Google Maps, there's a 3D tour you can walk through. That's a little older. It's from COVID, but yeah, it's like 12,000 square feet, and there's a mezzanine upstairs.
Yeah,
So,
it's 12,000 square feet.
yeah, our original gym was 1,000 something. We have a Flickr account with all those, and then we ended up moving to the location that we're at, but we only took up half of the location, and then in 2013 or something, we took over the other half of the location, and then we've kind of expanded the upstairs and kind of got some stuff up there.
I went there one time to film a level 1, and it was massive. I didn't realize it was that big, but now that you say it, and there was shitloads of parking, and there was a parking lot next to your gym, and they were filming an episode of, I was gonna say Starsky and Hutch, but I think it was Hawaii Five-0, like a new version of Hawaii Five-0. Does that ring a bell to you?
Yeah, and if you come out, and anybody in the chat that's in Hawaii knows this, that area that we're in, Kaka'ako, was like,
What's it called?
Kaka'ako.
Yeah.
But it was like homeless people and auto body shops, and it's kind of the art type neighborhood now, and they've gentrified it, and that big parking lot you're talking about is like a skyscraper.
No
like
shit.
luxury. That one's probably not the most luxury, but I mean, that whole area is turning into skyscrapers with luxury apartments and stuff, and so it's a whole different vibe than when probably you were there.
God, I love gentrified areas. Congratulations.
Oh,
good restaurant. Now there's good restaurants and shit around there, and less crime, right?
Yeah. I mean, I've never had any problem with the crime, but there's definitely better restaurants for sure. I'm looking at the chat too. Some of these questions.
Yeah, they're a wild bunch. Don't get lost in them. Okay, and then so this is an interesting thing. What is your fee there? Monthly fee?
Oh, our fee. I mean, I was looking at that. I was like, $250. If it's $250, I'd be retired, Pat. Maybe don't let the members hear that. $185, and then we have a discount if people purchase up to a 1 year. So you have up to a 30% discount on that. We do have an open gym add-on, which is $20 extra.
How can it be so cheap in one of the most expensive areas in the world?
Probably we should raise it. I mean, we haven't changed the price in 10 plus years. So
holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we have a 2 times a week or 8 times a month membership for $100.
Wow. Okay, so you open a location, and when you had 5 locations, I'm going to say something crazy here. Really test my memory. I want to say they were on different islands.
No, same.
No,
that would have been too much. It was already too much. But yeah.
Tell me about that craziness. How do you go from 1 gym to 5 gyms? Tell me about the insanity of that.
Yeah, I mean, it was on the time where CrossFit was going up. Everything was new, and I don't know how. I wouldn't say it was this big thing. I kind of learn in reverse, so I'll put myself in a situation where I kind of don't know what's going on, and then I spend a lot of time like figuring it out. But we had a member that offered to loan me, the funds to like do another gym, and we were like, hey, should we do Kailua or Waipio? We're kind of looking at gyms that were further away from there's only a other couple gyms on the island at that point. And he was like, well, why don't you just do both? So I went from 1 to 3, and then that went okay.
New locations or existing gyms you bought?
New.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the next year, I was like, oh, maybe we should do one in Kaneohe or maybe Pearl City. And then we did 2 more, so we went up to 5. So we went to 1 to 3 to 5.
In a 2-year period.
Yeah. So use my willpower to just basically when a gym would open up, I would teach a lot of classes. We had some coaches come, and then as that one started to do well, we moved. I'd teach at the other one and kind of bump around. And we've always had pretty good staff, pretty good training.
Damn, dude. Do you know who this is? Seth Page.
Yeah. I got to see the photo. I do know Will Doom is an old school member. Okay, yeah, there you go. So, yeah, I see you. Right there.
Do you know that guy?
John Ortega, yeah.
No. This guy, Seth Page. He has a show called, I want to say it's called Jump Ship. Seth Jump Ship. I think he's an American who split to Australia, but he's got this show where he looks at old CrossFit videos and like reviews them. It's pretty fucking cool. It's funny.
No, I'd love to review. I have the original VHS tapes for World's Strongest Lift and World's Most Powerful Lift. I learned to lift on VHS tapes. So if you want the oldest of old, I have all the old DVDs of Steve Cotter's Kettlebell Encyclopedia, all of Jeff Martone's hand. I have a whole, like flip of all the old DVDs. It's probably every DVD you could buy back in the day. Except for Scott Son and Clubbell stuff. I probably didn't get too deep into that.
So what was it like running 5 gyms? You paid 5 affiliate fees, and how did you do that? How long did you keep 5 gyms simultaneously for?
5 or 6 years. Yeah, I think they've made it easier now, but when I did it, you weren't allowed to put there's a lot of things that should have told me like, hey, this is probably not the right way to go about it. And I would definitely give advice to different affiliate owners differently now, but they didn't allow you to have like I couldn't have my name on 5 things. So I had to have an agreement with somebody and they had to sign for it. And that was kind of difficult. And so like we weren't allowed to say all the gyms were CrossFit Oahu, or we couldn't say CrossFit Oahu Kailua or something like that. They all had to be distinct names. And I think Jason Kalipa got that changed when NorCal CrossFit or whatever popped off. And that would have made it easier. But yeah, I had to learn, like, until then, I'd really just studied coaching, like just doing certs on certs and studying and stuff I liked. But then I was like, okay, just like CrossFit, where you can be well-rounded, I had to kind of learn all the systems and management and stuff that I didn't have to study as hard to at that point. And that's kind of what made it possible.
Were you ever on the level 1 team on the seminar staff?
Only like less than 10, I would say, because
you were a red shirt?
No, this is before red shirts, when there was a black shirt. This is like
shit.
Ancient lore.
When there would be like 60 people there, like 60 trainers there, like when you would go to an L1 and then you could come back and be a trainer at the next one. You were part of that?
Yeah, probably right around there. Yeah.
Holy shit, those were amazing. That's where like my first 5 level 1s I went to were like that. It was fucking it was wild. It was a party.
Yeah, and yeah, so basically like when I had the gyms, I was doing all right, and it was just a lot of traveling from Hawaii, and they didn't have as many international certs, which I think had it either been like me not having all the locations, which took a lot of work, or a little further in the future where there's more international, I would have loved to top more like that, I guess. But yeah, only had a couple. I did a couple in the CrossFit gymnastics with Jeff Tucker, which was amazing.
So they would call you. Who would call you? Would like Dave or Nicole or someone call you, whoever was running training at the time, and they'd be like, "Hey, like Bryant, can you come? Can you do a level 1?"
Yeah, it was an email. It was like back in the day. It was like an email. So they would have some people, and you kind of asked. But again, like they would have to fly somebody from Hawaii to go to wherever.
So San Diego.
It's not super efficient on their end.
Did you teach courses at CrossFit San Diego?
No.
Did you do?
No. Yeah, with the gas lamp district. Yeah, that's where the gas lamp.
It was Eddie Lugo and Lisa Lugo's gym.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's kind of a bigger square gym, I think. Yeah, definitely. I was there with Marcus actually.
Marcus, Marcus. What was He was there for Buck. What was Marcus's last name?
Dedina.
That's right.
Yeah.
It was Marcus who owns
Life is RX, and then he's got the new company now, which is like, yeah, all that stuff. He's been
crazy.
a ton of different companies. So I think I was teaching at that cert.
Hey, are you still in touch with him?
Yeah, I just talked to him. He's got a kid and everything.
I forgot. It's funny. I forgot how I met him.
It's probably through us at one of
Dude,
those.
yeah, at that event.
Yeah.
God, he seems so young to me. He seems too young to have been there, but fuck, I guess it wasn't that long ago.
He's older than I am. He's just scrappy.
Wow, crazy. Okay, so you have the 5 gyms and it's just chaos. Or no?
Yeah,
Well,
you've gotta have a
well-oiled
lot of
machine.
systems, and I don't know how much you wanna go into the businessy stuff, but yeah, you've gotta
Yeah,
have a
tell
lot of
me.
good communication. You gotta plan out, like, annual calendars. You've gotta kind of have a little bit more, like, structure with the rules, and, as it's just like anybody in life, I get better and better as I go with that stuff, but, yeah, it was definitely chaos in the beginning for a little bit, and plus, like, CrossFit coach is always a little wild, so, there's always gonna be shenanigans to a certain degree.
How many employees did you have when you had 5 gyms? Do you remember the max employees you had?
I think one time we were like, it just depends because some coaches obviously teach more than others. Some teach like twice a week, but it was like 45 coaches, something like that. Maybe.
Holy shit,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Did you know them all?
Yeah. Yeah. No, we had a pretty good internship program. So they had to come through and train at all the gyms, and I made them read like all these different books, and they had to do a thing called the murder board, which was come and teach every class in a day at one of the locations and be graded. So yeah. Did I go over to everybody's house? No, but I had a pretty good idea of who everybody was because we had a pretty good team.
Should I do CrossFit? Is it true that it's easy to get hurt with CrossFit? Totally. Don't do it. Don't stay away. Horrible for you. Horrible.
Yeah.
First time you get up from your chair to walk to your car to drive to a gym, you'll probably hurt yourself. Is it easy to hurt yourself? Going to your fridge, you hurt yourself. What kind of fucking
No,
question is
I
that?
love troll comments. If I had my alt account, I could just be in here just causing havoc.
What's an alt account? Like
Make a
anonymous?
fake account. Like, maybe I'm Ken Walters right there. Maybe that's who I am on my other.
No, I know all these people from the show.
Okay.
Isn't that a trip? Yeah, these are like this is the gym I go to.
Then this will show my internet savvy. I'm Ken Walters with 2 spaces, and then you wouldn't know.
True.
Yeah, that's how you.
Yeah. Hey, actually, I'm seriously considering. Hey, you should absolutely do it. It's the great. If you want your DNA to express itself in its greatest form with the greatest program out there, get on it. Look at the pyramid. Start eating the way the cult eats. Start moving the way the cult eats, and your DNA will express itself in its most potent and exciting and fuckable form. Prove me wrong.
You should have a button that does that. And by the way, my dog's name is Maka, Maka.
But it's not a dogo.
He's older. He's 10, so it's like a pupper and all those things.
It's just a dog.
Yeah.
A dogo is like Dave's dog. Dave has a dogo.
Maka.
Oh, Maka.
Yeah, he's just hanging. He's just like, what's going on in here?
When's the last time you did a podcast?
Not often. Maybe the NorCal one or something.
Has it been a couple of years?
No. Yeah, maybe. I did one with Katie Hogan, but I'm not sure if that's like a full-on podcast. This is like professionally. It's got the overlays and everything.
I was painting today.
What were you painting?
The skateboard ramp with my kids. Hey, but have you ever seen comments like this? I'm fascinated by the fact that I would like watching you watch the comments. It's turning into a weird show.
Oh no, I love reading comments because if I put like Twitch or something on the background when I'm working, I mean, obviously I know comments and stuff. So these are relevant to me, and I feel bad I can't answer them all.
Oh no, fuck these guys.
Okay, well, I love how that's how you run your show. So
yeah.
Guys, if I don't answer, there it is.
There you go. Yeah. No.
You're seen but not answered.
No. These are this is look at Pool Boy. CrossFit got me this body.
Oh, Devin's here. I know Devin. Yeah, we got a lot of members in there. Sam runs all of our operations. I mean, he's been around. He's our number one there.
Yeah, that was IG Live is for like paying attention to the audience. These guys are all trolls in my mind.
Oh, I don't. Yeah,
good trolls.
Nice, the best. Got it.
Okay, so then you have 5 and you do it for 5 years, and tell me about, separating from the 5. Was that, emotional? How do you make the decision? What happens when you are, ready to
Yeah.
did you know for, like, a year, "Fuck, this isn't sustainable"?
Um, I would say it wasn't sustainable. It's just like, if I'd set it up again, I would set it up differently, but yeah, I was very stressed, and I got an offer from one of the, like, managers, and then the other managers found out, and then I was like, I didn't have, like, what a professional person would call, like, an exit plan, which would have been maybe smarter. So, yeah, I ended up, selling them. I was very happy with that, and then I could focus on one location, which I've done, and I've got to do, like, 10 times more stuff than I could do, that I personally wanted to do would make that location great. Because when you have all the gyms, it's like it's really hard to, like, we wanna do this new CRM system or something like that. You'd have to push it through. It'd be I wouldn't know how to do it off the top of my head.
And the
So,
cliche is that no one cares as much as you, and you need someone who cares as much as you at every single location. True?
I wanted to make the choice of how I wanted to run a business,
Mhm.
which I like coaching. I like kind of working on certain aspects of the gym, and I think when I had 5 gyms, the way it was set up, I was working on all the stuff I didn't wanna work on. Not that I probably couldn't set it up in a better way, but I just wasn't excited by the job I was doing with that. And I'm sure some of these other owners that do it with 5 gyms now or more, I don't know what the top is. They might have a different thing, but I'm not like a pure business person like that. I like to coach. We do our own programming. I like to buy random equipment. Um, so
Has that evolved over the years? Have you become more of a business person?
yeah, I mean, in terms of knowledge, yes, yeah.
I mean, but just more business focused. Like, it was very like, I got a guy on here the other day who owns a gym up in Oregon, and he said, "Hey, I'm a level 1 and a level 2, and I've spent $60,000 on business classes. That's the way I did it. I know other people, wanna take $60,000 worth of coaching classes. I've decided to, hey, to learn more how to run a business than be a better coach." And I thought that was the first time I heard that, and I always thought that that was a dirty word, but as he said it and he explained to me and I see the success of his gym, I was like, "Okay, I get it."
Yeah, you have to there's like being an athlete is one set of skills, being a coach is another set of skills, and like running a business, like just in general, is another set. So you would have to specifically study those, and I've had to do that for sure. And I mean, back in the day, they have like the virtuosity, like if you care about being good, like meritocracy, like if you're a good coach, people will find you and they'll come. But I mean, it's so much better if you answer the phone in under 24 hours, if you have a follow up system, if you have kind of quality classes and what that is defined. So, um, yeah, you
If you don't have
definitely have to
if
learn
you don't
all
have
that
trash in your parking lot.
stuff. Yeah. Is that a thing that's happened to you?
No, I'm just like when I think of what the difference is between being a homeowner and just living in a condo or some shit or a
Uh,
hotel is, if you're staying at a hotel and you walk up and you see a Burger King bag on the ground, you don't necessarily pick it up and throw it in the trash. But if it's your own house and you pull up to your driveway and there's cigarette butts in your driveway, you pick them up. It's yours. It's your shit. You
mhm,
give a fuck. I mean, like you really give a fuck.
mhm.
So, my neighbor told me the other day, "Hey, dude, you got to sweep out the gutters." I was like, "Oh fuck, all right, cool. I'll sweep out the gutters." Like I give a fuck. But if it wasn't if I was just living in a condo, I'd be like, "Fuck you.
Yeah, you
You
put more in
sweep
the
'em out."
gutters.
Yeah, you sweep them out. What do you mean? I put that dirt there.
But, I
Okay.
mean, you could
So
swing the other way where you get an affiliate owner that has too much business knowledge and they don't have any care of the coaching, and the
right,
gym is shitty in that way.
right.
So you gotta strike a balance, and I think the people that have authentic gyms that people really remember, and it's like they're living their good old days, like, strike a balance of both, you know?
How about this? I had this chick on this morning, from Brazil, and she said in Brazil, this is kind of a scary thought. They have licensure around athletic training. Like the way we do. If you want to get a haircut, you got to go to someone who's like got the stamp from the government or something shit.
Mhm.
Or so they have licensure around it, and part of the licensure to open a gym and to be a trainer is you have to go to college
Oh.
and you have to get your bachelor's degree. So they don't have hobby gyms. Your gym was a hobby gym a passion gym when it started, right? And it
Mhm.
grew into this business. They don't have that because no one's gonna fucking go to fucking college for 4 years and then be like, "Oh, I'm gonna chase the passion project." Like their gym when they open it it has to be like a breadwinning, like, hey, like you're becoming an attorney or a dentist or some shit.
Yeah, you probably gotta get somebody to fund it then.
And
I mean,
so
'cause you could be
what?
technically correct, but your classes could be boring and they just suck, and you have a bad
Yeah.
personality.
What's a boring class look like?
It's like, well, there's several ways it could be boring, but one would be no connection back and forth with the members, so there's no, like, witty banter.
Mhm.
Another one could be, like, dead quiet, like there's a tumbleweed blowing through the class.
Mm.
Um, there's another one where the coach is just not engaged with the class, where they're sitting behind the desk playing, like, Clash of Clans or eating and not interacting with the members.
I like it, another video game.
Yeah, there's like several that I mean, that's happened to me when I've traveled, so, that's the only reason I use that one, it stuck in my head. I was like, "We can't let that happen at ours." Um, but it's like a stand-up comedian, like, where you could work on your set, and there's specific things you can do to kind of have a better delivery or whatever. You can do that with coaching, you're not locked into your personality, you know?
Right, right. So you said what year do you sell your first gym and get back down to 4? Is it
They all sold pretty quick, like, all around the same guy. I'd say maybe like 2000, the end of 2008, 18, early 2019.
okay,
I feel like I should know that.
so right before COVID.
Yeah. Yeah, right before COVID.
Wow, smooth move. Good job, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even know what to do if
And then
that
and then
happened.
and then 2020 happens, and
Mhm.
I know you were I know the people in Hawaii were terrified, um, and COVID comes, and they basically shut your island down, right?
Yeah, I think we had the longest lockdown, something like that. I mean, and, with the culture, people were already wearing masks before. There was a lot of, like, the whole, Pacific, influence with all that stuff, and, like, so, yeah, I think it was much longer than it was a long time. I don't know what it was compared to other people, but yeah, it was a long ass time.
And your state was enforcing it. It was wild.
Yeah, highly enforced, and not only that, but it took a while for tourists to come back. We have a huge, drop-in component to our business. I mean, we get a ton of visitors every month, so, yeah, basically, yeah, we're screwed for that, for sure.
Yeah, I had 2 options to go to Hawaii during the pandemic, and I was like, "Fuck you, you ain't shoving shit up my nose. I ain't getting no fucking taking no drugs, and I'm not wearing a mask on a plane." So 2 trips, I didn't go there.
But then you played Buck.
I played buck with
Yeah,
Hawaiians.
you had to.
Gotten all my
Times.
diseases from buck. Okay, and so the pandemic happens, and did you almost lose your location, your CrossFit Oahu location? Was that tough?
Oh, yeah, I mean, we were threatened. I mean, every landlord's different. Ours was pretty, I would say, strict on that, and it's probably, like, one of the most significant, like, hurdles I'm overcoming in my adult life right there, 'cause they gave us a little bit of rent, but I mean, they want most of that rent back, and I mean, that's just it's so much. So
Are you
that's
still paying the rent back from COVID?
yeah, we're almost done. We're getting there. We have chunked this thing because it's not just COVID, right? So it's COVID, and it took a while for people to come back, and then visitors, and the whole time, you know, they're not as helpful as I would want as a tenant, but they have their own point of view.
Who does a singular person own your building, or is it like a corporation?
No, it's the largest landholder in the state, Kamehameha Schools,
Uh,
which I mean, they've been, you know, like communicating the whole thing. I understand their point of view on the whole thing, but I think they could be more flexible in some ways. But I'm sure they're like, he should pay more. So
right. Hey,
yeah.
how often has your rent been raised? How long have you been at this location?
2008 or 9. Our
And
rent goes up 4% a year.
holy shit, you haven't raised your rates in 10 years, and your rent goes up 4% a year.
Yeah, I know. We've added so many other services and other things around that yeah, at some point it'll have to happen for sure.
What will have oh, right.
Yeah, raising rates.
Wild, dude. I sent my kids to this, Montessori school, and they raised the tuition 3% every year. They only went there for 2 years. One of my kids did. But I figured out if I sent all my kids there, by the time they graduated from college, I'd have given them $1,000,000.
Wow. Where do you send them?
No, graduated
Where
from
do you
high
send them
school.
instead?
Before they graduated, yeah, by the time they graduated, now they're at home. Now they just skate.
They're just home. Oh,
Yeah, they're just home.
they have a nicely painted skate deck.
Yeah, they have a new skate. They
Quarter
yeah.
pipe.
Yeah, water pipe, skate deck. What else do they need? Did you say water pipe?
Quarter pipe, or like
quarter
half
pipe.
pipe, or I didn't know what you built back there.
And then so COVID happens, and you come out the other side, and that's awesome to hear that you survived it, and now the gym's thriving,
Yeah,
obviously.
I mean, the pressure of having to meet these payments and do all that stuff caused me on a lot of ways to take certain aspects of the gym to the next level. I think our follow-up with people is way better. Our back-end systems are way better. We're trying to be really efficient at everything. So that's the plus I would say out of it, is a lot of things that maybe I would have not been as like, like I'm going to work hard at this. I've had to change. We added 24-hour access, which is great. That ended up being great. So we have unlimited open gym, 24-hour access. We've done a bunch of great stuff.
How does that work? Do people have a key or a fob, or?
It's an app. I love it. I talked to a bunch of gym owners about it. It's a Hybrid AF is the app. If anybody's out there and wants to look it up, they're great. There's tons of ways you can set it up. I talked to a ton of gym owners because, of course, like the app guys are going to tell you it's great. But yeah, we have it. People have to be an unlimited member. They pay $150 to set it up. We do a walkthrough with them, which we go around the gym and show them all the stuff. They get access to the app. And once they have that, for us, open gym is defined as anything before and after 15 minutes in class. So anybody that wants to, we have a whole side of the gym that's just for open gym. Yeah, so people purchase that, and then it's $20 extra a month to keep the open gym once you do the walkthrough.
But did you say it's 24 hours a day?
Yeah. So if
how do they get in there at 3 a.m?
There's a phone, and you just boop, and you open the door. You come in.
Shit!
They know where the lights are. We've never really even had a problem with it. I think because we set up the onboarding really well with it. Members love it. We don't have a problem with them because I mean, the way to think about it is anybody who's doing open gym, they're like a good enough CrossFitter that they know when they're wrong. So if they start breaking the rules, it's like they get sent back with like the peasants on the black mat, like they're not going to do it. Like we just, yeah, we have a good time,
Yeah. And who does that? Who's the is that like firefighters or cops? Is it people who works out at 3 a.m? What vocation?
Well, not many people at 3, but tons at 4 and 5. I mean, of our unlimited members, I think last time I looked at it, 45% of our limited members were on the open gym add-on. And there's a whole group of people that come 4:30, 5, because the 6 a.m. is our earliest class. Then throughout the day, people are just working on their own programs, whether it's Knees Over Toes Guy, Marcus Philly, Mayhem, whatever. And then some people do their own auxiliary stuff and they go to class. And some people have open gym just because they want to stay and talk longer. And they just hang out and just be off the streets or whatever, wherever else they would be.
Wow, that's cool. Hey, if you were to do it if you were to open it, would you open another gym now? Would you open a second gym now?
I would, but I would probably just out here at least I wouldn't be able to do it by myself, but own the real estate with somebody else so I could make money off of like appreciation and then just keep the gym. Like you wouldn't have to like stress about like running a hugely profitable CrossFit gym, which you can do, but like you have to be way more hands-on with it. So.
And if someone were new, let's say there was some 24-year-old just graduated from college, loves CrossFit, and he wanted to open a gym, is there stuff you would say to him? Like, dude, listen.
Yeah, no. And I wouldn't say I'm like officially hired by HQ, but they have like a mentorship thing. So I've got to talk to new people. It's kind of fun. I hope they expand the program because I think it's very useful to new gym owners because some people do well and some people don't do well. Sometimes there is a best practice. Like there's a better way to teach Olympic lifting, even if not everybody teaches the same. But yeah, I would tell people that they have to, obviously rent is going to be the big thing and all of those basics. You do want to look into all the business stuff. There are a lot of like already best practices that you can copy. And yeah, if there's specific questions, I'll answer them. I'll go super in depth in anything that you want.
Tell me about your relationship with HQ. What's your relationship with them in the mentor program? I didn't even know they had a mentor program.
Yeah, I don't know. They don't advertise it that much, but deep on their website somewhere, they have like a mentorship program. I think it's part of their affiliate tools. And people can, I think they can get like 1 or 2 hours, like as a check-in. And then I'm not gonna say it's like best hour of their day or Two Brain or anything like that, but I think they pay a little bit, and you can get a bunch of stuff from HQ, and one of it is talking to like different people. So I've been able to help a couple people with just different stuff. I don't think they have a big team. I think they should expand it, but it's not
So
like
basically, they're like, hey, there's this guy, Bryant. He has a gym in Hawaii. He survived through COVID. He's been around since 2007. He had from 5 gyms to 1 gym. He's got one really fucking big gym. He's got a ton of experience. And if you want to talk to him, here's his number. And then they fucking call you. And then they're like, Bryant, what do you think about this? I have a partner, but he cheats on his wife. Should I get rid of him? And you're like, well, let me tell you.
And those are the things that I've experienced. Yeah, I've got a lot of experience with that.
And then
like,
they
what
talk to you
agreement
about
did you
it.
sign with them?
Wow. Bryant, the CrossFit Games is going to have the Echo bike in the open. How many should I buy?
Probably none, unless I think anytime it's a single piece of used equipment that's not going to be in the class, it'd be better with like pull-up bars, rings, and like kettlebells and shit you're going to use all the time.
Do you sell peptides at your gym?
No, man, my fucking vending machine's broken though. I have the sickest vending machine ever, and the electric company like burnt it down. They put the wrong voltage through, but we had a really good vending machine that sold a bunch of good stuff, and that was actually profitable. Anything that's behind the desk, I think, is gonna get used or stolen. So it's got to be like in a controlled distribution some way, I'd say.
Wow. Sarah, we need vending machines at all the gyms that to sell peptides. What if there was a vending machine that sold peptides? You just push a little button, little bottle comes down.
I wouldn't mind selling this stuff if it's real, but I mean, if you're it's like putting a pink bow on a turd. Like if you're supplementing crap diet, like I feel bad selling that to people. Like if they have their habits under control and they're super strict, you could put some more stuff in there for sure.
Have you tried peptides?
No, I don't think what you're saying. I haven't.
Oh, if you raise your rates, even $10 per month.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Your members wouldn't notice and would support you, but would make a huge difference to your business. Just saying.
No, she's right. It's one of, I was thinking like my weakest and strong points. Like I'll sit around and do like personal training with people and never asked to charge for that. Stuff like that. So that's definitely one of my weak points in business. Probably could charge more. Took me forever to charge for visitor drop-ins, and we do now, and that's a huge thing. So yeah, no, Sarah's 100% right. If anybody's listening to, if anybody's on the edge, they should do it, and I should do it probably. It's been
it wouldn't last in a vending machine. Oh yeah, people would just kick the vending machine over and steal all the peptides. You're probably right.
It's refrigerated. If that's, I don't know what the issue is.
No, I think she just means people would steal them. She's probably right.
Yeah, we'll see.
I wonder if there is a peptide vending machine.
There's a vending machine for everything. I found that out. I spent way too much time. Ours is wrapped like a tiki bar. It's got a thatched roof. Sam's gonna hate that I'm talking about it.
Oh, there's a protein shake vending machine. Jeez, Louise, you're right. There is a vending machine for everything. It costs $13,500.
Ours was a little less than that, but
no, peptides wouldn't last sitting in a vending machine. Oh, what do you mean? Why not? They're cold. They're refrigerated. Oh, you understood her question better than I did.
Yeah, ours has like a little elevator door, so it goes up. They put it on an elevator, and the elevator comes down, and you can use Apple Pay and all that shit. So,
what do you think's changed over the years from 2002 to 2002, 2003 to 2024? 22 years. My God. Yeah. What do you think's changed? Do you ever think about that? How things have changed?
I mean, a ton. The access to information. It was really hard to find information before. Like that was one thing that we were talking about earlier. But then also like CrossFit was always competitive, but obviously there's a big distinction between like the philosophy of CrossFit and the sport of CrossFit. That's a big distinction. And that was never there when I started. And that's kind of a big, I think, like splitting point of CrossFit. There's a whole ecosystem of products around CrossFit, which I always think is crazy. Like CrossFit used to be like anti-shoe in a way. And then there's like, then all the shoes and stuff came, which is funny. So yeah, just bigger. But The hard part is, like, I just really focus on our affiliate. So even on the bigger, like, if stuff's going crazy in like the CrossFit like subreddit or something or any of that type of stuff, like I'm never really paying attention to it too much because like it's just the members that are at the gym. They half the time they don't give a shit about it. You know, it's not serious to them. So I mean, our membership's great, so I love them.
What do you mean when you say the distinction between the methodology and the sport? What is that? Do you have an
Well,
idea what
yeah, I
that
mean, it's the
distinction
difference
is?
between like training and testing. Like if you want to get fitter, like if you're measuring your fitness and you're like, hey, I want to, increase my clean or I want to get better at handstand walking. There's certain ways you can train to do that. But if you were to watch people while they're doing like their max effort handstand walk in the games or cleans, it's not like the best form. And then it becomes like, what is CrossFit without reading all of the back stuff and having read every journal and stuff like that. People can mistake like the point of, I don't think the point of CrossFit is like the games competition per se. That's like an offshoot. It's like inside the Venn diagram of all CrossFit.
Right.
So for us, I mean, all of that stuff that was still in all those original journals, like we have members of all ages. We have people just trying to have a good time. Some people are super fit and super serious. Some people are just there kind of doing it. But everybody's there pushing themselves and having a good time. And we care about form. We care about all that stuff. So I think when I see people arguing on the internet, sometimes they're looking at it from like, well, CrossFit's meant to be this sport, which is not all of it, especially if you're running an affiliate, it'll be harder to be successful treating it only like that, I would say.
Bryant, look at this. Everyone wants you to charge more. These must not be members at your gym. Thomas Graves.
Thank you. Thank you guys for looking out. Good looking.
But dude, I don't know if you trust someone who has dogs that look like that.
Is that what they said?
You know those dogs make that crazy sound.
Oh, right there, yeah.
Sarah Cox. Oh, we make them to order every week. I know. I have a subscription.
There you go.
I have a subscription. Are peptides actually steroids? No. I'm not a doctor. What do I know?
I'd have to look it up on Wikipedia.
If I were to take them, I sure as fuck don't look like I'm on steroids.
But yeah, I mean, it's tough because running an affiliate is different than like, being a social media influencer, which is different than being like an athlete. And these are all different things people can do in CrossFit now. And some people do both, I guess. But they're different roles, and a lot of mine is inward focused on the gym and on our members and what we can do. And so a lot of the big picture stuff, I'm like, I don't know. It's not a big deal unless I make it a big deal in front of the members. I guess that'd be a good way to put it.
Right. And they sure as fuck don't want to hear you complain. Hey, so you were a $500 a year gym.
Yeah. This is a good topic. Yeah, this is a good one.
And so you really, they raised yours to, no, peptides are not steroids. They're amino acids. Yeah, I would never take steroids. You were $500 a month, a year gym.
Yep.
And recently, the fee for application fee has gone from $500 to $1,000, and it doesn't even go towards your first year. And then the fee has gone up to $4,500 a year.
I don't know how they're doing it with other people. For us, this year we just paid it. It went from $500 to $1,000, and next year we'll go to $4,500.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they it's weird. They give you like a little step up. Like I'm like,
that's cool.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean,
why not? What do you think that is? Why not? So there's so few of you. Why not? You would think you would want these experienced people around. Let me play this role here for a second. Let's say you have 1,000 gyms of the 12,000 gyms, and you're like, hey, you guys are paying $500. We want to keep the OGs around. Why not do that? Do you think that hey, maybe they don't want the old people around? They don't want the passion gyms around?
I never thought that. I mean, my assumption would be the older gyms are the ones that can most pay, but then they're the ones that were the most loyal too. Like every gym started at, not, I would say every gym, but a lot of the gyms can trace their lineage in Hawaii to us. And I mean, I love talking to other gym owners, helping them when we needed to. But my suspicion would be the longer running gyms could pay this. So maybe that's what they think. But I mean, yeah, I get what you're saying because
How
they
did
made
you receive it? How did you receive the news?
Um, people always hate me because I never get like these like black or white answers. But one, I'm gonna pay it. I don't think it affects our business, and I think it's worth it to our business. And there'd be a point at which I wouldn't pay it. I'm not at that point, but I understand other people that would be. And I think if $100 extra or whatever, if it bumped up from like 35, that's something you could probably ask people for help in business. That being said, it does let me know that HQ will change their word on anything, and that maybe changes how I view certain things because that was one of like the foundational things, even though it's not like a business thing, that was like, oh, these older affiliates have this. And that
Meaning
just
you'd
felt
be
like,
grandfathered in for the entire history of your gym at $500.
yeah, I have the original affiliate agreement. It was on one piece of paper, printed probably on Microsoft Word, signed by Lauren and Greg.
Yeah.
So it lets me know that if they're allowed to change the prices, which I haven't changed our prices in a long time, but I have changed prices on members, right? So I get that. But it does let me know that anything else that they may or may not have promised, like they can change that whenever they want, which they always could, but at least they had kept that one solid, you know? So
Did you push back at all, or did you just go, okay, I can handle this, but noted, you guys might be involved with some fuckery?
well, I mean, I'm not gonna like text somebody about it. I mean, I guess
I
I
mean,
do have
email,
I have a
even
Zoom
email
call tomorrow.
HQ. Hey, not cool.
No, I have a Zoom tomorrow. I'll probably bring it up. But,
Oh, you do? Oh, you do have a Zoom tomorrow.
well,
What's your
they have a new legacy Zoom for legacy gym owners. So I'm interested to see what it's about. I have no clue what the agenda is. So
Wait, what's that? How do you become a legacy gym?
I don't even know what the definition is.
You just got
Um,
this email saying, "Hey, Bryant, you've
yeah,
been around since the fucking dawn of time. You wanna come?"
yeah. So we'll see. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't send an email. Maybe I could have, but I didn't think I was going to change the situation. Like it doesn't affect our business, but it would affect how many treats I could give my dog, right? So like it it's not going to put us under, but yeah, I just think that they're they can change whatever they want at that point then, you know.
CA peptides, yes, they ship anywhere
There you go.
to your house in a discreet package. It's double bubble wrapped. Patrick Lang, Bryant. Hi, Bryant Powers. I'm headed to Hawaii in October. If I drop in, can we play Buck and bang out a Fran?
Yeah, we'll get the class to do it. The only time our class members get injured is when we play games, dodgeball, musical medicine ball, and now buck. That is the only time members get injured at the gym generally.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, no. If you go to our website, you can get a drop-in pass in like 2 clicks, and I'll definitely take you up on that.
Hey, that's like in my kids' jujitsu class. They only get injured after class when they play these dumb fucking games. They have that have nothing to do with jujitsu. Fucking drives me
95%.
crazy. Yeah, someone takes a knee to the face.
Dude, 70-year-old lady becomes the enemy and just a dodgeball straight, you know,
Bam.
gone.
Hey, so what do you mean that you're just saying, hey, it's an extra $4,000 a year. I just keep my head down and keep going. But you're saying there is a rate, like if they raised it to 10,000 or 20,000 a year, where you'd pop your head up and be like, hey, I got to stop working to think about this.
I mean, internally, I love the idea of CrossFit. I've spent all my time learning I get USA track and field, do all this. I love all that stuff. So I am very loyal to the brand. So I mean, there's a way that they could probably milk me with that too. But you know, I could change it to Powers Fit or whatever, I guess. But for us, I think it's worth it. I mean,
Why? Why do you affiliate? Why
why do I
pay it?
feel
Why not just call it? Yeah, why not just call it Functional Fitness, Bryant Powers Functional Fitness, Hawaii's fittest and funnest?
Oh, because I think I'd be doing CrossFit. You know, I mean, I do my own programming and stuff, but I think, I mean, just internally, that wouldn't jive with me. Like if I guess created a whole different
So it's
way.
like a moral obligation. It's a brand loyalty payment. It's like if you would go to church, you would put money in the plate. It's a
Well, I mean,
tithing.
there's a lot of other reasons behind that. If you just look at our visitor, if I was going on like Shark Tank or something, and you're like, hey, just our visitors alone during the open would pay for the fees. So
Oh,
like,
that's awesome. Okay.
um, and that's not necessarily through CrossFit because I do a lot of local. If people look up our Google Maps, I mean, I think we're the second highest rated in the country. CrossFit NOLA is ahead of us. We have We're coming up on 650 5-star Google reviews.
Holy shit.
People love coming to our location. I've made it easy to come to the location. So just on that alone, but what we do is CrossFit. If you're saying constantly varied functional movement, high intensity, yeah, we do that. I have a lot of memorabilia from CrossFit stuff, like Chili's. When you go on the wall, it's on the wall. So
650 5-star reviews. I just named the show that.
I think it's like 628 or something right now.
I don't care. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Affiliate series, 650 5-star reviews. CrossFit Oahu. Yeah, I like that. That's good. That's catchy.
Got him.
Yeah.
Got him. And if you guys are out there watching and you dropped in, you didn't leave a review, bump it up.
Yeah. Make the 650 be true. Help it manifest. Okay, so here's the thing. You're loyal to CrossFit. You're doing CrossFit. You think it would be disingenuous if you de-affiliated for that. It's a brand loyalty payment, but also you get value from what I hear from the affiliate map. That's big time value because you're a big drop-in gym, and you also can validate people's open scores.
Yeah, I wouldn't say the map. People come from Google. I have a form, so I know where everybody comes from. Map, Google, Yelp, all that stuff. Google is our biggest one, but I've made it easy. I'm just saying people go to CrossFit gyms, so when they come to Hawaii, they want to drop in. My mom was an art teacher. We make great T-shirts, so people drop in.
I remember your T-shirt section when you walk in. Yeah,
we've had like 100 T-shirts over the years. We're always disappointing people because we have new ones and they don't have the old ones, and so just people. Like you talked about, like other countries. I mean, people come from other countries, Australia, fucking Germany the other day, and they drop in. Our gym's painted very Hawaii. It looks like a graffiti's all on the inside. It's a destination. And we do CrossFit stuff there. So if I stopped doing CrossFit stuff, I would not call it CrossFit.
It's obvious Bryant really cares about his members. He doesn't squeeze them because he can.
Yeah, the landlords might force it though, I guess, so that might be the issue at that point.
You ever had a member lose 100 pounds, Bryant?
We have, we've had Kim Witt, and I'm not going to remember some other people's back in the day, but I would say it's pretty rare.
But you've had some.
We've had a few, and that is us being part of their journey. I wouldn't say we're the whole journey, because to lose 100 pounds, you need your family to be there with you. You need to be taking care of your lifestyle outside the gym. And if we can, be 5 to 7 hours of their week and provide support, like keep going, that's a good thing too. But I wouldn't say it's all us.
Do you get people? What is the most, when people come in, what do they want? Like, what do they say to an affiliate? Or, hey, I just heard of this, or I'm coming from another gym, or hey, I have my wedding coming up, or hey, I'm fat, or hey, I want to carry my grandkids. Like, what are some of the things you hear why people come there?
Oh yeah, we have a mix. So yeah, we always have these like member personas that come in. There's definitely new people that have no experience, that they've either seen CrossFit or they're excited about it. And this is where I do think CrossFit's doing a better job. If you look at their website, it's not just like the stuff I like doing ring muscle ups or whatever. Yeah, no, they're coming in to get fit. They heard it's good, or they saw their friend that was doing it for usually they see it like 15 times. In which case we always have 3 versions of the workouts up. So we have like an easier version that kind of motivates people, but you can obviously scale whatever. We also have a whole subset of people that come in because there's 5 military bases here. So we have like those kind of crazy people coming in. And then generally, because we have all kinds of equipment in open gym, we have like the hardcore CrossFitters come in there too. So Hawaii is very transient. So as much as we love somebody, they leave.
Oh.
Yeah. So we're always getting new members, and there's a core group of members, but
do you have any members from day one still?
Oh yeah, we have tons of members over 10 years, and we have several that are 15. We just had our 18th year party the other day. Yeah, we have a ton.
You like this? Do you like this website?
I like what
you like
they've
this
done
better than the old blog website with all the daily blog, like the yellow and white one. You like this better?
Oh, you're hitting me with the nostalgia. I guess what I'm saying, if you click on the get started up top there, I think like what is CrossFit and that type of thing right there. I think they've done a better job here for the person that would be looking for this type of information.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so I think if somebody's new and they're confused, because if somebody has already done CrossFit before, they're gonna, like, click on the map, or they're really just probably gonna search on Instagram or something like that. Um, but I think here they've done a better job showing what a class might look like versus, like, a picture of somebody sprinting around pylons at the games or something like that.
What's your zip code?
96813. We haven't updated our map. I did half of it in Photoshop and I stopped, so I would be embarrassed now. I should have finished this.
96183?
96813.
968.
It's that little 30 in the middle of the Pacific Ocean there.
Thank you. Don't talk down to me. How dare you? Okay.
Honolulu right there.
What's this? I'm trying to
I don't know. You might have to put Honolulu.
There we go.
Yeah, all I did was put that placeholder image.
Where? This is
it moved away.
Shit. I don't know what happened, but hey, dude, what the fuck is going on here? Hey, that guy Seth is on the same fucking island as you.
Yeah, Jump Ship CrossFit. He's also from Maine. I'm pretty sure it's who I'm thinking about right here.
Yeah, have you met him?
Yeah, we have met him. They moved out here. I have met him. I'd say I know them the least of most of the affiliate owners on island.
Okay, 9
6
8
1 3.
1 3. Okay. I hit
And the bottom one there. Yeah.
Oh, I want to see the map. Okay, I'm gonna see.
So you can't change. That will send me an email. I've tested it. Dude, what if your name's flagged? Like, what are you doing sending this in here?
Oh, great. There's my number on the internet.
Hey, if you send that, it sends me an email because I tested it that says, will you answer it or not? I can click no, and then HQ will flag me that I'm not answering these emails, and it'll just be this thing.
Wait, say that again. If I email you, and what happens?
It emails me like, hey, this person is looking to join. Are you going to respond to them? Yes or no? And I'm like, it's a trap to click on no. Probably.
Oh,
right?
wow.
I don't know if anybody's ever. But yeah, I can't change this header photo, but there's some stuff I want to do to make this better for sure.
Especially if you're a how many drop-ins do you have how many drop-ins do you have a year or a month? Do you have a shitload?
Yeah, we have easily over 100 unique drop-ins
a month.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah. But you're saying they come from Google, they don't come from here.
Yeah, and if you go to our website, you can see our form. I have a question of where they come from, so I stopped focusing on stuff where they don't come from, which might be a self-fulfilling prophecy in a way. But yeah, almost everybody searches Google. Unless you're
I thought this was up here. Hold on.
Korea, it's like TripAdvisor or something like that.
Oh, shit. Okay.
There you go. There, click on it right there, and you go through the whole thing.
Wow.
You can move that map around right there. You can go through the gym. Look at that. You can drag. You can free flow.
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. I was up there. I remember being up there.
Yeah. We did this right during COVID, so I really want to do it again because we've kind of see all the
damn, the gym really is huge.
Yeah. If you turn around, we got the Olympic lifting pit behind you.
God, and look at all of I don't know if I can turn around. For some reason I can't.
Oh yeah.
Let me see. Oh shit. Wow. Oh my God, I remember. I remember that. Now I remember your logo. Wow.
Yeah, people always take photos there.
God, that's really cool. God, you really do have a lot of 5-star reviews. Probably the best CrossFit gym I've ever been to. I need to place to drop in to complete the open workout 24.3. Very tough workout, nice gym. One of the best gyms in America. For the week that I dropped in, this place was everything I could ask for. Great vibes. Oh, these are all drop-ins. Crazy.
We do have members that leave reviews too, but yeah.
Drop in from off the island. I have CrossFit experience. I'm new and ready to make positive changes. I'm just dropping in.
Look at this.
1 month.
Oh, the dog's like, there's other dogs. So if you do click up on vacationing up top, it'll take you to the other page. But yeah, we make it easy for people to come. Because sometimes if you're traveling, it's super hard to drop in or annoying. Visitors can do open gym during class hours if they want to. They just
Hey, that is really cool. Yeah, you want it to be easy to drop in, right? You don't want someone like if you're just visiting from out of town, you don't need a fucking tour of the gym.
Yeah, it's hard. Some people's schedule changes too, so we're pretty flexible. They get texted like a little pass they can show the coach, all that stuff.
Sam T. Bryant just sent Sevon's request to you. Well, there you go.
So I'll say no, I'm not. We'll see what HQ does. When I was like, I'm not answering this one. This one's too hot. There's too much history here.
Hey, do you generate more revenue from drop-ins than members?
No, not at all. But I mean, we have a fair amount of visitor revenue.
And I'm guessing you have people like who come to the island 3 times a year, and whenever they're there, like them now. They've been dropping.
Yeah,
in
no, we have
10
returning
years,
members. Right? We have like a text system, so when I see their name pop up, I'll mess with them, man. I love messing with people on our. It's not like my personal phone; it's like a business text system. And yeah, there's several long-term returning members I can think of, and I love them all. Yeah, they're ridiculous.
And you got the whole gambit there. Now that you've been there that long, you have clients who had kids, and members who've had kids, and now their kids are 13 years old.
Yeah. One of the members was just like the kid was a baby, and now she got her driver's license,
Holy
which is kind of crazy to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've whenever somebody's like, oh yeah, I used to be there, it's hard for me to align what was like the crew at that point, like sometimes I don't know which members knew which members. It blends together for sure. So
you do what happens, man, when you've had a gym that long? Are there any people there like you're so close with you do Thanksgiving and Christmas with shit like that?
Yeah, we have a ton of members, and Mark, who's one of the longtime members, the original members, came in the gym, started working out. He was, I don't know what age he was, but he ended up going to the games and getting third for Masters. So I had a couple people, and I've definitely gone over to his house for Thanksgiving with Dmitry Kokrov. We brought him out, and that was a Thanksgiving we had at Mark's house with that. Yeah, I mean, how could you not? I mean, because obviously they're members, but a lot of people I've just known forever. So yeah, there's a ton of people and that's what makes the business hard, actually. If you're talking about like giving advice to new gym owners, I'm a service oriented person, so I have to have systems in place and people that help me not like always say yes to everything.
And
I've tried to.
And they feel like they're family. Hey, why doesn't your mom move out to Hawaii?
Well, her husband and stuff, they live in Maine, and they're I mean, maybe they could if they wanted to, but they run like an art studio, and people come over and buy sculptures and stuff from them and sit at a bonfire and drink, and they have like a pool thing.
So they got a good
light thing over it, like the stained glass, and it's a whole vibe for sure.
So they got a whole life there. Hey, how often do you go back to Maine?
I haven't been in forever because she does like to come out here. So I should have to go back at some point for sure.
How long has it been? 10 years?
Yeah, at least.
How long has it been since you've been off the island?
I don't go off the island too much. I got a trip planned, but I'm trying to think. I went to California like 6 months ago, 7 months ago, something like that.
God, I don't know if I would ever come off. Do you like coming off the island?
I don't mind, but I love what I do here. We travel to the other islands quite a bit. I mean, there's so much to do. I think Hawaii, if you love Hawaii, like especially if you're not from here, if you love all the stuff, it's great. But if you dislike one thing about it, you'll eventually move, like the traffic, or like you want to go on road trips. So people do come out here, stay for a couple years and then leave. Things are expensive.
You mean like it festers what they don't like?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I bet you a lot of people, the psychology behind going to Hawaii too, is a lot of those people are running from something per se, and they can't get settled, and they think they're going to go there and settle, but they don't. They go there and it just becomes another stop.
If I hadn't started the gym, there's a good chance I would have moved away, because I didn't really have roots here, but I wanted to stay because I was having a good time. And I see a lot of people like that at the gym. They're out here and they're kind of working like a regular kind of just job that they picked up, and they're having a good time going out, traveling, doing stuff. So there's a ton of people like that.
I also bet there's a ton of people also who come out there and think they're going to enjoy Hawaii, but then they end up fucking working 40 hours a week and they don't get to enjoy it.
Yeah,
It's
and the
kind of
traffic
like
sucks if you're in the wrong spot. It's terrible traffic if you have got to do like the 9 to 5 commute.
right. Yeah, it's like it reminds me kind of Santa Cruz. If you live here and you have time and you're flexible, it's awesome. If not, you're fucked. And you're right, the traffic is nuts in small beach towns. Absolutely batshit crazy because people are commuting through it who have real lives, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Doctors, lawyers, dentists, shit like that, teachers, all the people running the infrastructure.
2 hours on the H1 every morning would be brutal.
How far do you live from your gym?
15, 20 minutes at the most.
That's by car?
Yeah.
You ever how many miles?
Not that many. I should know that. I don't know that off the top of my head. It's not that far.
What about a scooter? You thinking about getting a scooter? You ever had a scooter?
No, man. I never lived that lifestyle, but it probably gets stolen out here. I wouldn't know what to do with it. I think you got to be like real specific on how you lock it up. I never lived that scooter lifestyle. Yeah.
What about electric bike?
No, some of our members have like the one wheel, and kind of that parking lot you were talking about. Now that it's all built up, like it's very much like what you're talking about, like people with bikes and scooters, and it's more walkable, I would say. Now that they're putting all those buildings and stuff up.
I can't believe you don't know. Is it 5 miles to your house?
I can figure it out. I can.
What about moving closer to the gym? You like where you live? How long you lived where you live?
Probably like 8 plus years. I have a great spot. My dog loves it. So, but yeah.
I forgot the dog thing. God, 15 minutes just each way seems like a lot to commute for 8 years.
Let me see.
I guess not. You can get shit done in the commute, right? You can call people, listen to an audiobook.
Yeah, no, that's what it is. It's like almost 5 miles. So, yeah.
How many miles is it around the island? Can you drive around the entire island?
Yeah, you can. I know the perimeter is like 128 miles, but that's not like the road. That's like if you're walking the beach. But it only takes you a couple hours to drive around. But it's not like fully around the island because you're kind of going through the middle, up around North Shore, around the backside, and then coming up around the bottom.
Did you and I drive around the island?
I think we might have. Yeah, we did the lighthouse hike, which is Makapu Lighthouse, if anybody's looking that up. Fact checking me.
Do you live on the island where Oprah lives?
No, that's Maui.
Oh. God, I remember
Mark Zuckerberg is Kauai.
Okay.
I don't know who our billionaire patronage is over here
on that island. Is it the best? Is there a best island?
No, they're all different. But I think people would probably say Oahu is the most like town, like built up. So that's if you don't want to be a part of that. I think Hawaii, all those other islands are not as built up. They're probably more what people think of as Hawaii.
Someone in the comments said, "Are you afraid of volcanoes or tsunamis?"
No, Volcano would be the big island, which is actually called Hawaii. So there's a town called Volcano, and that's where the volcano erupts. And we've had all these tsunami warnings since I've been here, and they put on the news, and you shut everything down. They put the camera facing the ocean, and we haven't had one yet. So,
are you above the tsunami line? Your house?
Yeah, way above it. And
how about your gym?
Probably not.
I'm above the tsunami. We have a tsunami line just down the road from me. I'm a little above the tsunami line.
Do they have like the little siren that goes off on the first every month where you're at?
No, I think they used to do that.
They have that here, yeah. So we're ready.
But we did have a tsunami hit here.
No, I haven't had. How did that go?
I didn't live here then, but the video footage on YouTube is wild. Basically, it just fucked up the marinas, right? Like it wasn't like one of those crazy ones in India where fucking half the town washes away.
Yeah, like where it pulled out first.
Yeah, but no, it did pull out. I think it did pull out first, but it wasn't nuts. But it just fucked the boats up. It just tosses the boats around in the marina like they're fucking nothing. Oh, another great. Is he afraid of Godzilla?
I like the last Godzilla movie, and Godzilla goes back and forth of being like a friend to humanity and not.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess Godzilla would attack because there's Pearl Harbor out here. When we had that missile crisis thing, I don't know if you saw that. They sent off like the nuclear missile alert crisis thing out here.
I remember that was fucking freaky.
I was fixing a rower and I was like, well, if this is how it goes, I'm just gonna keep going.
It was supposed to hit Kauai, right? They sent everyone, the residents of Kauai, hey, batten down the hatches, incoming nuclear attack.
They at least did it on Oahu, where we were at. For anybody who likes the internet, there's a thing called nukemap.com. So you can actually go to that and it overlays on Google Maps and you can pick the different type of nuclear bomb and then the wind pattern. So we probably would have been safe. Come to find out later. I was looking at it. If you want to put it in the show notes.
Do you know about the green lights over Hawaii?
When the sun goes down?
No.
Is this like a extraterrestrial, like a
God, I fucking wish it was. You don't know about the Chinese satellite lasers that fucking scanned your entire fucking islands?
No. I wonder if they got something good on me.
I wish I was gonna pull up some fucking conspiracy fucking website for you, but I'm not. I'm gonna pull up a fucking science website for you. You don't know about these? Above the islands of Hawaii.
No, that's how maybe they scanned me so well that my brain forgot.
I'm gonna on January above the islands of Hawaii on January 28th. Newsweek. These are only two places I can find this is Newsweek in here. Above the islands of Hawaii on January 28th, the green laser was seen piercing the night sky, silently tracing a path towards the horizon like a stutter in the Matrix's code. The scene was caught on camera from a telescope atop Hawaii's tallest peak. You can check out the scanning laser of the footage below. You never heard about this?
No, but I'm just thinking about like when they're sitting around in presumably the Chinese laboratory and they're like, let's make it look ominous. When we scan these motherfuckers,
right.
Like, if they have the technology to scan us, they have the technology to probably like not make it look like the Matrix, but they wanted it to be seen, right? It's like brrr.
The thought was I guess is it Lahaina? One of the islands there, I guess, is a major missile silo site for the U.S.
there's
military.
a ton. There's so much military here, yeah.
And so
I think has a bunch of stuff on it too.
A lot of the thought was that they were scanning. They were just scanning a topographical scan of the terrain in Hawaii. A satellite, some sort of Chinese satellite was doing that. It's crazy. But anyway, all right.
I wonder what we have. If they have that, what do we have?
Like what we're scanning? We will. Yeah, great question.
You ever seen that giant American base in the outback of Australia?
No, good. Thank you.
You got to look that one up. The largest like CIA base in the southern is in the middle of the outback in Australia. It's crazy.
Well, I know in Armenia we have also I think it's the largest foreign embassy in the world. It's like fucking.
That's a weird one.
Yeah. Well, it's by Iran, Iraq, Russia. It's just right over there in the hub. All right, so you don't know about the lasers. Oh, no, what about Maui? What about all the shit we hear about Maui? That was some sort of started fire. Is it like I see Lahaina CrossFit still closed, but the building's ready to be moved into shit like that.
Yeah, I haven't talked to him in a bit. Yeah, dude, it's terrible. I mean, I was there. I'd like to say I was just there, like going over for like a 4-day weekend, like 2 months before that. It's crazy that all that is gone.
Are the residents freaking out? The internet's full of shit like it was the fires were started on purpose, that it's a fucking land grab.
I don't know anybody personally over there. Talked to Tom a little bit with the owner of CrossFit Lahaina, and but like, yeah, I don't know about all the conspiracy theories and stuff like that. I didn't stay up on it. I just thought the whole thing was terrible, and hopefully people get help with that, with any of that. Like, 'cause it's crazy. When you have been there, and then when you see what it looked like after, like Front Street and all that stuff,
you can't even believe it.
All the restaurants burnt down. Yeah, it's hard to make sense of it. So it's probably not a crazy conspiracy, but I can see why people would go to that to make sense of it.
Conspiracy websites and science websites are mostly the same.
Is that a conspiracy?
Maybe.
My peer-reviewed conspiracy?
Yes. Okay, final question.
Oh, okay.
Do Hawaii residents wear those flowery shirts on a regular daily basis, like the one you're wearing? Is that Hawaii apparel?
There is a thing called Aloha shirt for business, but I was saying, like, if I'm having a podcast or something, we'll make it feel Hawaii. Make it. I mean, I could wear a gym T-shirt. I could fit in with that vibe too. But yeah, aloha shirts is actually like what people would wear unless you're like going to court or something. Probably like a whole suit or something. It's kind of crazy. But there's different levels of aloha shirts. So like Rensselaer and different things would be like the professional ones. This would not be a professional one.
Damn, I should have worn something Hawaiian. That would have been kind of like
next time.
Culturally appropriate. Hey, is it humid in your house right now? Like, are you sticky?
No, not really.
You have the AC on?
I have a whole sliding door thing that's open here that goes out to the backyard and stuff. So yeah, I mean, that's the good thing about Hawaii. It's really usually the same weather.
Patrick Lang, you can see the power lines on the ground in 70-mile-an-hour winds sparking in the grass. Did the bad guys make the wind? Okay, he's saying that it wasn't lasers from the sky. All right, fine. Just power lines on grass.
But it would be cool though, right? Like,
did you see the bridge fall in Baltimore?
I didn't watch the actual video of it falling. I kind of briefly saw the whole thing. I'm like, that's nuts that happened. Like, how does that happen?
It looked like a pretty janky bridge, to be honest with you. I look like I could have made that with an erector set by myself. Like, do you remember erector sets?
Yeah, I do. Those are like harder than Legos. Like,
oh my God, and they had the bolts and shit. You're like, God, who bought me this?
Probably people eating them. But yeah, any of those old bridges.
You know your parents hated you if you got a erector set instead of Legos.
It's like what was the other one? There was like
Lincoln Logs
and like Playmobil. There's a lot of like other non-Lego. Then there's like gas station Legos that kind of be like regular Legos, but they're slightly off size, so they didn't fit.
Dude, I bought this fucking $250 Lego off of Amazon, and I didn't know it. And after I bought it, it was like took like 2 weeks to get here. I'm like, that's fucking weird. And I bought it for one of my kids for like something crazy he did. Like he'd won 2 golds at a jiu-jitsu tournament or something. Nice. And I saw, and it said it was coming from China. And I start reading the reviews. It says these Legos don't come with instructions. And I'm like, oh fuck. Oh, and it fucking comes, and it's fucking just a Chinese knockoff brand that looks just like Legos. And they scan you a barcode so you can get the instructions.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not giving my kid an iPad to fucking swipe through instructions. I spent $90 on fucking computer printer ink to print out the instructions. Oh my God. It took a fucking day.
I think the worst thing is you're funding the Chinese space laser, right? Like that's how they fund it.
Yes.
Shell companies and bad Legos.
Yes.
And
yes.
You're just pumping up their metrics so that they can build another satellite to scan more.
Oh my God. I was, and hey, and by the time I got it all printed out, he was over it. He's like, I'm not building that. I'm like, what? Yes, you are. He's like, no, I'm not. We're still in fucking deliberations.
One page at a time. You should do it like a calendar, like an advent calendar.
I had to print it out like that. It was the manual is like 2 84-page books, but the first my printer could only handle like the information from 10 pages at a time. It was fucking ridiculous.
What leads you to buy like the Alibaba Legos over like a traditional?
I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't paying. It was just a jackass move. I probably saw one for $249 and one for $312. I'm like, I'll buy the cheaper one, and I ended up with the Alibaba.
It'd be great if you pull back and you have the largest collection on the West Coast of like knockoff Legos, and you're like, this is my thing.
I'm already hearing that the boat intentionally took down the bridge. The conspiracy people can't help themselves.
I mean, that's the internet.
I don't call it conspiracy. There's just options. It's just options. Listen, if he was fighting with his girlfriend on the phone while he was driving,
and
he crashed into the boat, that's what I heard happen.
Does one? I mean, does somebody know?
No, I just made that up.
Like, if one person drive, I don't know anything about boats. Like, if one person drives a boat, that'd be crazy. If it's all up to one person.
The captain was blowing P. Diddy down below and wasn't paying attention.
I gotta tell you, all roads come back to P. Diddy probably at this point. There's no telling. I wish I knew more. I only recently got up on not even I want to say the tip of that situation. I want to make a double entendre there.
I don't even know. I don't even know what happened either. I just know the FBI raided his house. The poor guy.
Yeah, it's probably serious.
And the
Something
tabloids are just. I don't know. I feel like I see more stories where it's not serious when the FBI raids your house than it is serious.
I wouldn't want to be raided, but
no, I don't want to be raided either.
Good old P. Diddy. Terrible.
His $17 million mansion. The poor guy can't be in there in peace.
He needs the underground layer. That's what he needs. The CEO Aloha shirts. Looking at these guys. Did you get the Ghost City Lego set?
Oh, do you want to see? I don't know if
I
no. I don't know if I want to advertise for these douches.
No, yeah, no.
You know what I was thinking though today in the show in the morning, Bryant? I was thinking about like what if Lego made like they made the Dark series, like you could get 9/11 after the bombing. It's just a rumble of Legos with like two towers, or Hiroshima. You could do Maui, the Maui after the fire Lego set.
Maybe there's a limit, but there is a
Auschwitz, the Auschwitz Lego set
with the scratches on the wall. That's in there.
Stickers that you put that show
they have the I think it's, I'm not gonna say Lego Creator Series, but if you make a Lego like set, you can put it in for votes, and if it gets enough votes, Lego will make it. So you could submit that.
What about something a little more benign? The P. Diddy getting arrested by the FBI Lego set, and it's just like 4 FBI agents next to an SUV with Diddy with his hands behind his back.
It really depends on how dark you want to go with this podcast like situation, because you could probably make quite a bit of other P. Diddy. Well, then you're combining them. P. Diddy go to Auschwitz, right? So then you've got this whole thing.
R. Kelly peeing on people. The R. Kelly Lego set.
I'm thinking how the legs work with the Lego people, the mini pigs. I don't have to have a piece that would prevent urine.
Holy shit, dude. That's what some famous person should license their fucked up shit to Lego. Let me think of something.
I've never looked it up, but I'm almost positive it's out there. I've never looked up like bad Legos, but I'm sure if I looked up bad Legos, it's out there. There almost assuredly somebody's made that.
Naughty block toys, explicit Lego fun for adults. Holy shit. It's from 2008. Wow.
Well, that's an internet rule. Rule 34 is if you can think of something, there's been pornography made of it on the internet.
Wow. Is that rule 34? Look at this. It is pornography. How did you know it was going to be pornography?
No, not that. I'm just saying, well, tastefully done, I guess.
I don't know. How graphic could you get with
probably more than you'd suspect
with Legos. Adult Lego play.
2008. This is we're going back to early CrossFit here. This is oh man.
God.
This
Legos for adults are welcome.
Oh no.
All adult Legos. Oh.
The
Star Wars shit.
Use some of the pieces. I mean,
are you into Star Wars? Are you into any weird movies and stuff? You into movies? You watch Star Wars or movies?
I love like B-80s movies. Bad. You know, like when a movie's so bad, it becomes good again. So all of that type of stuff. Like for anybody out there that wants to see a good one, Hard Ticket to Hawaii. If you look up the poster of Hard Ticket to Hawaii, that is a legitimately good, bad 80s action movie that has to do with Hawaii. Yeah, I talk about it too much in classes if we talk about like movies or different things like that.
1987.
Dude, it's so good. It's out there. You can rent it.
Who rent it?
Well, yeah, go stream. However, it's on YouTube probably for free.
Rent it.
Nothing makes sense in this movie. It's basically two women that have a cargo business, but they're secretly DEA agents. And they were probably it might be unrated, but they were like probably Playboy Playmate model type people because it's not like serious actors.
The warm caress.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the theme song is bomb. If you find the theme song on here,
the tantalizing wetness of the Blue Pacific, Hawaii. It's a great place to visit.
Oh, they're gonna drop the line right after this.
That's Oahu, right?
That's Diamond Head. I live right by there. That's Waikiki Beach.
But you wouldn't want to die there.
Oh shit.
Four of them.
Okay.
There's a radioactive snake in this. There's ninja stars. There's nunchucks on a yacht. Yakuza. Anything that you could want in a bad B movie.
This is like 80s porn. This is what CrossFit looks like now.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Look at here's the snake scene. Damn. Okay.
It's all in there. If anybody wants to watch that.
How many times have you seen this?
4 or 5 probably with different people.
Hey, can I recommend an amazing movie?
Yeah,
that you would love. It's a 3-part series. It's called Phantasm.
Oh fuck. I know this cover from like VHS memories, but I have not seen this one.
Dude, this movie's crazy.
Okay, let me write it down. Yeah, because I always think of like covers in VHS.
Yeah, this is a really good movie.
Phantasm, the delusion of a disordered mind, a phantom, a spirit.
Oh, it's a remastered 2016 trailer. Jesus.
They'd be digging up our childhood.
A ghost.
They can't be doing that.
For nearly 4 decades, it has been contained, but evil always has a way of breaking free.
Like I hate horror movies, but this one's great. Like I wasn't scared once.
Dude, the practical effects in old ones are cool versus just like straight CGI now or jump scare.
Yeah, like that ball. Yeah, that ball's all wicked.
Yeah, this is
gone.
This is Bad Robot.
It's hard to believe. It was a good idea not to let your little brother come to the funeral. Yeah, I don't like this place. Something weird is going on.
Look at the guy. He picked up a coffin by himself. You saw that, right?
That's the first sign.
The funeral is about to begin, sir.
Damn.
I'll watch it. Dude, we could go on forever with like bad movies.
Oh shit, Van Damme has a movie coming out?
You want another? Yeah, just leave the bottle, please.
Oh, they got him. Expendables 43. Yeah.
Darkness of Man. Wow.
Dude, they
I don't really like movies.
You know, you got some Lionheart back in the day. You got some kind of funny ones back then. Time Cop.
I liked Braveheart.
It wasn't Van Damme though, was it? So
no,
Mel Gibson.
Like I watched the new Roadhouse the other day. It was it's fucking completely unwatchable.
Well, they're digging up the childhood, you know, and serving you back everything instead of making maybe like a new movie. I haven't seen the new Roadhouse yet, but I would only assume if it's anything like the new stuff that's come out, you know.
What's crazy is, don't tell anyone this, but I have friends who like it, and I'm struggling processing it.
Did they see the original?
No, well, I don't know, but like all my friends are like in their 30s and 20s.
They should have seen it then. They should go watch it. And
like these guys don't even cry in documentaries.
You know what I just watched? If we want to admit to bad movies here,
yeah,
straight up of my own volition, nobody forced me. I watched Waterworld the other day just because. I brought it back.
I never thought Waterworld was as bad as people said it was.
I have a newfound respect for it because they made all that shit. I was looking at the sets and stuff. I was like, somebody didn't tell whoever wanted to make this no, and they built that whole set. They painted those fucking ski-doos rusty, and our boy fucking was out there jumping on the rigging, doing real stunts. And I was like, I got respect. They're not just in front of a green screen.
Dude, I think that movie killed fucking Kevin Costner for fucking 20 years.
I wouldn't doubt it. Dude, he was jumping on off everything.
But what I mean is like he disappeared.
Oh.
Like he was in that
Postman after that. Do you remember the Postman? It was a
No.
post-apocalyptic Kevin Costner movie where he's on land. So I don't know if that was before or after.
He made that movie with I was gonna say Britney Spears, but who's the other singer chick?
Oh,
Whitney Houston.
Bodyguard.
Yeah.
There we go. That's a little out of my wheelhouse there, but
and then he was gone. And
but
then
maybe
Waterworld, and then he was gone. I feel
made his money and got out.
Robin Hood. I do think he got super rich. He was in Robin Hood was amazing, right?
He just got his money and got out.
After the Great War, our civilization
the same, like post-apocalyptic.
Fuck, man, this video is horrible.
Government does
Nobody's wanted to see this video. It's got a surprising amount of views.
Has been erased.
Jesus, I mean, dude, the best. This is a 240p.
At that point, you just drink in the 144p. You just go with the pixelated. You don't even try to make it better. Yeah, you don't make it better at that point. You make it worse. You take it how God meant you to take this video in. Probably a poster would be better, but I mean, it's kind of the same thing. I just didn't know if this was around that. Dude, we watched another bad movie. If we're just gonna go down bad movies,
podcast has been over for 15 minutes. Now we're just like,
perfect.
You paid your dues. No, go ahead.
Frankenhooker is a bad one. It lives up to everything that you'd want in a terrible 80s slasher comedy movie.
Is there nudity?
There's nudity. A little bit of nudity. I mean, it's Frankenhooker. The first half of the movie is boring. The second half,
it's got to be good. It was made by a Jew. It said Shapiro Productions. They don't fuck around.
The world was horrified by the motion picture Frankenstein. In 1935, horror turned.
I've never even seen the trailer for this. At some point, this guy basically can create life, and he kills his girlfriend with a lawnmower.
The Bride of Frankenstein.
On accident.
Oh, on accident.
Yeah.
Frankenhooker. Jeffrey Franken has a plan.
I just want to bring him back.
He has the ingenuity.
We need female bodyguards.
He has everything he needs except the raw materials.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Hold still.
It's kind of a metaphor for life when he's smart enough to make life, but he's not socially adept to actually use it in a productive way. And his mom watches him go down in his room like this path of destruction, and his mom does not stop him. So I think it's a good metaphor for life.
God, Frankenhooker.
She's sexy.
On a date? You going out?
I'm on my way home, but thanks anyway.
And she's sutured to please.
Does she only say like, oh, she's sutured to please?
And it's kind of sad that I know this. Throughout the movie, when he's tracking down and killing these women, she can only repeat the lines that they said earlier because she's made out of their body parts. He's trying to remake his girlfriend. So
who did you watch this movie with?
My girlfriend. She also likes these type of movies. So
wow. Honey, Frankenhooker. Oh, is she gonna be excited about Phantasm?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, she will. She recommended Frankenhooker to me, by the way.
Wow.
But if I'd seen it first, I mean, I would have.
Let me recommend another movie that.
Yeah, keep coming.
It's not weird like this, but the very first Hellboy.
Hellraiser?
No, Hellboy.
Oh yeah, like the mid 2000s, right?
Yeah, it was the character development was so fucking
good.
good.
Yeah, no, those are good.
I can't believe I actually liked that movie. It was he's kind of like the Deadpool guy, but more believable. The Deadpool guy's a little over the top for me.
Yeah, I never read the comics of Hellboy, but that was good. That was like around Constantine, Watchmen. They all had those other ones before MCU kind of popped off.
And then I didn't like his name. I didn't like the fact he was called Hellboy or just the way he looked, but I really enjoyed I thought it was so well written. I enjoyed it. Then I saw the second one. I was like, stupid. They always fuck up. I
forgot the second one.
It's not even worth watching. Just stupid.
Circle
It's like
Gold or something. I don't know.
Hey, in this movie Roadhouse, at the end, these two guys fight. It's the worst fight scene ever. But it's a barroom fight, and they're CGI.
I feel like you have one job when you're like filming like a movie like Roadhouse, and it's to make like good fights.
Yes.
With not a lot of
that
cuts.
is Ron Perlman as Hellboy? No shit. Wow, okay. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Say that again.
No, I'm just like, you have one job, which is good fights. Like you just, you should choreograph a good fight that's long, that doesn't have a million cuts. People actually train for.
Yeah, very well said. Yeah, it's all cut up and shit. There's punches that like he's getting hit and he's off scene. There's CGI dudes flying through the air. I'm like, dude, I'm trying to watch a movie, not someone play a video game.
That's how they hide it, is with all the cuts. So if you go back to like the old Jackie Chan movies, that's like one take. Like Jackie Chan, Who Am I? A lot of those movies are just so good with like the stunts, like actually jumping through little car windows or ladders or whatever.
Who Am I, Jackie Chan?
Jackie Chan, Who Am I, has, I think, one of the greatest in-movie fight scenes. That's why I brought it up to you. He fights on a building, and he fights one guy that only does like punches, and he fights another guy that's a Dutch kickboxer that only does kicks. And the right here, the kickboxer guy puts his leg like straight up in the air. So I remember like training the splits when I was younger, and I was like, this is amazing.
You have quite an eclectic taste: wrestling, buck breakdancing, and unicycling.
Yeah, we got a little.
I just looked down at my notes because I wrote that down in my notes about you.
So the guy should like put his leg up to do the like a standing scale like splits.
Oh look, 144 again. Oh no, we can get this in 720.
Oh look, that's generous. So the guy in the red can only punches, and the other guy does only kicks.
I keep stopping it and fast forwarding it because you can only do 7 seconds at a time before you get dinged by YouTube.
Oh, that's funny. So it's coming back to me now. Like Jackie Chan will like beat up the guy in the red, then the other guy comes in, he beats him up, and then he beats him up both. But then fucking Jackie Chan slides down the side of this building. Like legitimately, there's like a 45-degree ramp on the outside of this like huge skyscraper, because they always have the after scenes. And he like. Oh, here you go. This is bringing me back to my childhood here.
Wow. That's quite the neck crack.
There it is.
Take it easy. We got plenty of time.
So I could never do that. I don't have the active flexibility. There's a book called Scientifically Stretching by Thomas Kurz.
Yeah.
That I bought after that.
Wow. Did it help?
No, but the cool thing about that book is that guy's been in the game so long. He did suspended side splits on the chairs with his daughter on his shoulder. And the different editions of the book, the daughter gets bigger.
Oh, but you were never able to do the splits?
I could do the splits, but not a standing active flexibility like splits.
Oh. Hey, were you flexible before you started that?
Pretty flexible, yeah. I wasn't just from doing it in regular training. I don't know if they have the slide down the end at the end. They might just have the fight scene here.
Hey, did you ever have one of those machines where you sit in it with the splits and then you turn the wheel?
No, but
no.
I question the validity of those.
Yeah, me too. I wanted to get one. I'm like, God, it looks like it takes up a lot of space and it's just fucking gimmicky, right?
If you look up Kung Fu power stretching, there's a terrible video of like, it looks like kind of like regular college students that go to train under like a monk, and they just start smashing them down. Like it's not how you would train anybody. And they're like, please stop. And like, the monks are not having it.
Yeah. Oh shit. Oh shit. If someone told me that you have to work through that, you have to like tear and shit and then let it heal. It's like you have to tear and heal. Is there any truth to that?
Hey guys, it's Bratislav here.
That's how they train sumo wrestlers. They actually do it where they will like push them down, because sumo wrestlers have to have like that flexibility. At some point they're going to be laying on the ground doing the straddle, and he's like, no, don't do it anymore.
When do you injure them?
Well, if you look up the people that are some of the best stretchers in the world, like contortionists and things like that, they're not really doing this sort of damaging the muscle belly, I would say. But whenever I think of like bad stretching techniques, this Kung Fu power stretching video comes up in my head.
Yeah, you can do it separate. So then.
All right, so I just did
Oops. Well, you seem to go pretty. Whoa. To the side view of how.
All
right, guys.
Long story short, the tilt of the pelvis is very important in external rotation of legs, and that doesn't help you with that. But
oh yeah, that's what my wife's always saying. Tilt your pelvis, tilt your pelvis, tilt your pelvis, rotate your pelvis.
In front splits, you're gonna have your back leg either externally or internally rotated. So, but I mean, the problem with those split machines, you see them just sold by people who are already flexible.
Oh, like that guy.
Yeah.
I saw a movie about horse breeding, but was kind of surprised when the girl showed up in the movie. All right. Thank you for coming on, Mr. Bryant.
And that's the one that ended it. Pleasure.
90 minutes of work and 25 minutes of fun. That's how we do it.
Yeah, if you have other guests that know bad movies, we could have a bad movie night. Love it.
All right, buddy. Have a good one. Thanks for coming on in the middle of the day. It's 5:30 for you, right?
Yeah, 5:30.
Awesome. Congratulations, 655-star reviews. CrossFit Oahu, Bryant Powers. If you're ever in Hawaii, you know who to go to. Later, bro.
Thank you. Cheers, guys.
You want to talk about something controversial? He is a douchebag. This one, Pat, this one will get you really fired up, Pat. You want to fight tonight, Pat? Me and you will go fucking a war on this, I bet. Fuck. I don't know if I want to fight you tonight. Fuck, we'll go to war when I show you this. Ready, Pat? You want to go to war? No, save it for another day. No, it's not Diddy or the bridge. I have this video. There's this guy. God, I'm so wonder what fucking this could be. This could just set me in. Yeah, I'm tired too. Good, thank you. I appreciate it. I don't want to fight tonight either. It's a video some guy used of a cop beating someone up to sell their shit. No, please don't call. I can't handle you again. That was too much. We'll just fight in the comments. I need people to help me when I fight with you. I need help. Can't fight you one-on-one. You're too strong, too powerful. No, I'm not doing it tonight. I'm gonna make a news show. I'm gonna actually go see. I wonder what my kids are doing. I wonder if my wife's home. Oh, on our way home. Okay. I wonder if they brought me sushi. Oh, I'm interviewing the CEO of CrossFit tomorrow. Let me know if they're okay. Oh, cool. I was fighting with one of my friends. There's this friend I got in a fight with like 2 weeks ago. Not even a bit like, I mean, if you're my friend, we're gonna fight, probably. But it does always stress me out a little bit when I fight with my friends, just because I don't mind lighting people up, but I want to be friends again, and I don't mind getting lit up a little bit. So, we are all made up. I can't tell if we're made up or not. If I fight with you and we aren't, I fight with you and we aren't even friends. Oh, yeah. But I like you. I think I hugged you at the games. I enjoyed hugging you. No, don't worry. I won't forget this. This is, And I'm in a weak position when I fight Pat about this. If we do fight, I'm not sure if he's going to agree with it or not. I'm going to be in a really weak position. I'm starting because it puts me in. It's like he'll be standing on the top of the hill and I'll be on the bottom. It's not something I want to fight about, but it has to be said. It just has to be said. It's just It's gonna make me seem like a I don't know. Oh. When I look this way, I'm looking at text messages. When I look this way, I'm looking at my notes. Or if I look this way, I'm looking at my notes. If I look this way, I'm looking at the guest. If I look this way, can you guys tell when I'm looking at my phone? Like when my phone rings, and I look, that's me looking at my phone. So now you know, those are the things I do. Tomorrow, John Singleton's coming on. Seema, I saw your comment in the Daniel Brandon live. God, there were so many of you in there asking when she's going to come on the show. I love that shit. God, that makes me feel good. But Seema didn't say that. Seema's like, hey, will you come on Sevi's podcast and slap him around? I saw it. I think I have a screenshot of it.
Tucker's show, and Tucker asked.
All right. 100%. Yeah, 100%. All right. See you guys tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Boy, I feel like I did a lot of podcasts. I'm gonna go say hi to my family. I'm gonna eat a bunch of ground beef, and then I'm gonna come back and make the new show. I don't know if I'm gonna go live for that. I don't think I am. I might call some friends too. All right. Oh, should I tell you who's coming on Saturday? Should I tell you some other stuff too? Let me see. Saturday, no one. John Singleton tomorrow. Saturday, no one. Sunday's fucking Easter. I wonder what that means. I thought Easter was in April. The fuck do I know? Hey, did anyone see Shut Up and Scribble today? Man, the comments, people are loving Taylor. My God, people are saying it was funny as shit. I might start watching that show. Okay. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.